Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ear. Sometimes you're not going to win. Sometimes you're going to go through a dating situation and it doesn't work out. For one reason, maybe it's a fixable reason, or perhaps it's a completely irreconcilable difference. And in those moments, what do? You can try and sway the other person's mind with logic and reason, which, if it does work, will only work for a short period of time, because ultimately you're pushing against a feeling, and feelings don't necessarily need to make sense. Or it doesn't work at all. In those moments where an ex has walked away and said, "I don't want you anymore," or a dating partner, perhaps you weren't in an official relationship, or you found yourself in a situationship, something along those lines, what's the most attractive thing you can do? Should you stay and fight? Should you do what the movies say and fight for them, fight for their approval? And I'm here to give that a fresh hell no. One of the healthiest and most helpful things that you can do in a dating scenario is walk away. Think about this. Somebody did something, and I'm going to keep this video very general so that it fits for as many situations as possible. Somebody did something that goes against a boundary that you have. Perhaps the boundary is, after X amount of dates, I want to be in a committed relationship. Perhaps you are dating in a committed relationship and you're not being treated well or respected, or your partner is doing something that makes you feel unimportant or powerless. No matter the situation, one of the best and healthiest things you can do in these situations is to gather your things and walk away. When you walk away, it is helpful, though not necessary, but helpful, to tell them your boundaries. In a situation where it's an ex that you want back, why do I recommend no contact? Because most of the time, and this doesn't fit for every situation, but it fits for almost all of them, most of the time, staying in their life will make you mentally unhealthy. It will make you worse. It will make you anxious. It will make you do things you're not proud of. Stalk them. Go places you know you shouldn't go. Talk to people about them. All of those unhealthy behaviors that we engage in when we've lost something we desperately want to get back. Instead, why not give them an opportunity to miss you? So we recommend this neat rule that we call no contact. And the objective of that is to, get them to miss you, but more importantly, get you back in a mindset where you remember that you are valuable, you are a prize, and you deserve to be treated as though you are a prize. But sometimes, relationships can become really addicting, and we can focus on one person as sort of a cure-all to fit all of the other areas of my life. If I have a partner, well, I don't need to be social. I have them. I don't need to exercise. They're here. They've been here for years. They're not going anywhere. I don't need to seek mental health therapy. I can just unload it all on my partner. But is it any wonder that if you put so many responsibilities on one person, and responsibilities they may not want, by the way, that eventually they'll crack? And this isn't to say that they're not part of the breakup or part of the ending of the dating situation, whatever the case may be. But it's to say that we have no power over what they do. We have power over what we do. And so one of the most attractive and healthy things that you can do is walk away from a situation that's not serving you. Now, to be clear, some people think that no contact, walking away, can be seen as manipulative. And I think that in order for it to be manipulation, there has to be intent. And the intention in every one of these videos is that no contact is for you. It's so that you can act happier, healthier, less anxious, understanding that if you stay in a situation where you're not getting what you need, not want, need, and the situation is mentally unhealthy and not serving you, it's going to leave you in a worse state than they found you. Your ex, or the person that you began dating, whatever the case is just like any other human on earth. And humans respond well to consequence. If they're treating you a certain way that interferes with your boundaries, or interferes with your ability to feel good about yourself and to feel safe and healthy within a dating or relationship context, then the strongest ally you have in that situation is to say, hey, I'm not really being treated the way that I find to be appropriate or helpful or healthy. I would love to work things out. And in the meantime, I need to leave. I need to give myself some space here. I need to focus on me and get away from you. Now, of course, in that moment, you're doing something they don't want you to do, right? Because perhaps they were relying on you quite heavily. I mean, gosh, How many situations have I heard where you got broken up with and the dumper wants to remain friends even though they just broke up with you? Well, in that scenario, they get everything and you get nothing. You get the hope, right? The potential that things work out. Maybe. But in the meantime, they get to break up with you and owe you nothing and get all of the benefit of having you in their life. They can still talk to you. They don't need to miss you. You're right there. So the purpose of no contact does have the side effect of impacting your ex. But we need to be able to have healthy relationships with ourselves. And part of that is having boundaries for others, but also boundaries for ourselves. Self-parenting. The ability to say, I know you want to do that, but that's no good. And this is one of those times where we need to love ourselves enough to say, thanks, but no thanks. So what do you do? What does that entail? What does it mean to walk away from somebody? Well, it's pretty much the simplest part of the equation. All you do is you tell them, hey, what's happening here, whatever it may be, because all of your cases are going to be different, is not cool with me. It doesn't work for me. If you've been broken up with, well, I care about you very much and very romantically. So if you want that, give me a call. You don't need to reason anything further than that. Boundaries don't require explanation. They are for you. And hopefully you're erecting boundaries that are healthy and not punitive, right? The purpose of which isn't to punish another person, rather defend yourself and your mental health. So they don't require explanation. You can just say, it doesn't work for me. Give me a call if you change your mind. And if I'm single, we can work things out. That's it. See, so many people want to doubt no contact. But no contact is not a strategy to win your ex back. That's unhealthy. That's inherently manipulative. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to win you back because you were the person that they tried to win. If somebody does something to you, be it a breakup or something like that, that doesn't work for you, walk away. Show them, I am someone who loves myself. I am someone who values and respects myself. And so I'm not going to go out of my way to try and punish you, but I am going to go out of my way to love me. That's the biggest difference. Walking away is attractive because they're not expecting you to do it. And perhaps you weren't expecting yourself to do it. I'm not for a second saying this is easy, but I am saying it is right. And it does make you feel good once you do it. There are so many comments in my YouTube channel where people say, I walked away and I was really sad to have to do it, and months went by, I felt a lot better, began dating somebody new, and oh, look at that, my ex reached out. Again, the purpose is not to get the ex back. It can't. Nobody can guarantee that. I can't, the dating guy can't, Craig Kenneth can't, the best psychiatrist in the world can't. We don't know. That's mind reading. That's future telling. Your ex might not even know. So how can we possibly know? So we need to base this on something that we know works. And what I can say with 100% guarantee is that walking away and focusing on yourself is going to improve your sense of self, your self-confidence, your charisma, your mental health, everything. This is one of those times where I can give you a guaranteed win. But it depends on how you define the word win. If the only way that you define win is getting the ex back, well, then you're pinning yourself in a corner. It's our job to live as fully and as healthy as we can with the one life that we've been given. You have a blessing. You're allowed to choose who you want to be. So maybe it's time to put a little less focus on things you don't control and a little more focus on things you do. If you walk away, it is the most attractive option. If you stay and beg and plead, you're not going to feel good about yourself, and whoever you're trying to get back is not going to feel good about you. Do it because you love yourself. You are worthy. You are loved. Give yourself a break. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that it spoke to you and encouraged you to focus a bit less on something you don't control and focus a bit more on something you do control, which is yourself. My name's Rory, and I run The Love Chat. Of course, I offer coaching, and if you would like to work with me, just go to thelovechat.net/coaching. And if you enjoy these videos and want more, head to patreon.com/thelovechat, and there's about 150 extra. So, it was wonderful talking to you all. I'll have another video out for you guys in a couple of days, and I'll talk to you all next time.